right, let me ask you about something else Obama did recently that really pissed me off. This is his quote from 2008. "I'm not going to be using Justice Department resources to try to circumvent state laws on this issue." Well, bullshit. That's exactly what he's been doing. He raided last week Oaksterdam University, which is a pot college, which to me was, I didn't know there was such a thing. I thought it was just college. But it's this place up in Oakland, you know, near San Francisco, where they teach you how to grow pot because it is legal in the state, medical marijuana. And they shut it down and they detained the owners and they put their mascot Spliffy in jail. I don't know what they did, but... And you know, this is the longest war we've been fighting, really, the drug war, much longer than Afghanistan or Iraq or any of those. And I just don't know what is in it for Obama. What does he not get about the people who are for you busting marijuana clubs are not going to vote for you anyway?
I think it's... You know, I think it's symptomatic of Obama's problem. He is a great speech maker, a national toastmaster, but he's a terrible decider and executive. So case after case, his government is doing the opposite of what he ran on. He ran as an anti-war candidate. That's the only reason he got elected.
No, he didn't. He ran on a one-war candidate.
Okay, but the reason he got elected was that issue, and what did he do? He put the Bush Secretary of Defense back in, kept all the generals, and really didn't fundamentally go after the military-industrial complex, which he should have. He was elected because people were outraged by the bailout of Wall Street, and he put in as Secretary of Treasury a lifetime manservant of Wall Street. So what he's done here, again, I know what his philosophy is, but he's even wimped out on weed. And it seems to me that's the problem that he has.
Let's go back to the turnout issue we just discussed, because the danger for Obama as he runs to the center to try to pull in people who are not going to vote for him, it turns out, is that he alienates the base. And people feel so disappointed in this kind of leadership when he says he's going to do something and doesn't do it. If his base doesn't turn out, it's going to be a huge problem for him as well.
One thing struck me about these raids, you know, Obama is on pace to actually conduct more raids against medical marijuana dispensaries than George W. Bush. He's worse than Bush, Bill.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not.
Believe me, I know.
It's not my job to defend the president because I have no idea why he's
Good thing
doing
my
this.
check bounced, let me tell you.
But what is interesting is that, in fact, the campaigns to legalize marijuana, which really would go to the heart of the problem with the quote, war on drugs, which is making criminals rich, has been opposed by those who run the legalized marijuana clinics because they don't want the broader legalization. So this is kind of an interesting turn that I must confess I don't understand either, because, you know, unless he thinks that going after them, he's going to make the broad legalized people, legalizers, favor him. I don't know. But it's perplexing.
It's perplexing because in some ways we feel like he has learned the FDR lessons. You know, we wanted him to be tougher at the beginning, and lately he looks like he got that idea from FDR, the I welcome their hatred. But there's something else FDR did. He ended prohibition. Like within months when he got into office. How about learning that lesson, Barry?
Right.